I'm not finna go download no Google Duo, no Snapchat, and I'm not finna download no Skype just to FaceTime you. Please.
I'm a chase. Time is precious. That's the only thing I try not to waste. She hate cause I'm up and you can tell on the face. I've been eating so much. I've been saying my grace. When the times was rough, I would look up and pray.
Please. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jaquarius here, and we're back with another video. And as you guys can see, that today's video is about to be a little story time, and today's story time is going to be a little juicy. It's not going to be juicy as the ones I'm going to tell y'all in the future, but it's going to be juicy, you know, just a little something, you know, just a little starter. So, but before we even get onto the video, if you don't know me, hi, my name is Jaquarius, the little country boy from the South, from Alabama. Ew, I know, Alabama. Ew. But make sure y'all subscribe, make sure y'all like, get y'all snacks, get y'all drinks, and let's get into this story time. So as y'all can see by the title, today's story time about to be the first DL boy I've ever talked to. Like the first DL boy like I ever talked to. Before we even start the video, I'm eating grapes. Green grapes. Red grapes, ew. Green grapes, yes. So this story takes place back in late January 2020. Me and the boy, we met through shout out for shout out.
That's eyelashes, blank stare.
Now, I'm not even finna cap. Like I was one of them people on Snapchat that would be like, shout out for shout out, shout out for shout out, shout out for shout out, so to get their story views up. Now it's like a little bit annoying now. Like I still do them, but I don't do them like as heavy as I was, you know, like back then. I did shout out for shout out, and I had in my little shout out for shout out picture, I had put Alabama, so like if there's like a little boy or something, you know, trying to shoot their shot, then shoot your shot. He ended up adding me on Snapchat. He had watched my story. He watched my story and he had sent me like a heart out emoji. He sent a heart out emoji, and things. Well, I'm like, okay. Mind you, I don't know what he look like. So before we even get on, I need to get him a name. We're gonna call him Darren. Darren had sent me a heart emoji on Snapchat, and he was like, I wanna get to know you. I'm like, okay, cool, like, cool. I'm like, okay, so he really wanna get to know me. I'm like, cool, cool, cool. So, you know, when you first talk to somebody, like, for the first time ever, like, y'all just talk about the dumb stuff, like, well, what's your favorite color? What's your sign? When's your birthday? Fun fact about you, like dumb stuff like that. Like, oh, like, I hate going through that stage. Like, it's just like, ugh, like I've been in so many like talking stages. It's like get annoying. It gets tiring. Like it really gets very tiring. He had an iPhone, which was a plus. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to be that person, but I cannot talk to somebody with an Android because I just love FaceTime. I'm a FaceTime person, and if I know that I'm not finna go download no Google Duo, no Snapchat, and I'm not finna download no Skype just to FaceTime you. Please, no. If I gotta do all that just to get on a video call with you, get on my phone, get on my line, get on my line, please. With this boy, we never FaceTime. Like, let me explain. We was texting through Snapchat for a few days, and I had gave him my phone number. He just called me by audio, and I didn't mind it, cause you know, it's just the first call. So we're talking, and I'm just like, okay. But one thing I noticed when I was on the phone with him, like, I know that he sounded like an old person.
I know you fucking lying, bitch.
I would always be like, he sounded like so old. Like he sounded like an old ass uncle. I just like didn't mind it. Like I just like pushed it away. He had graduated in 2020. He was older than me. I was like 17 at the time. Cool. So we was talking. I don't remember the conversation verbatim, but we just getting to know each other. Here. So February come, we still talking, we getting to know each other. Everything's like really cool. Like it's really cool. We be on the phone for like literally almost like a whole day straight every single day. And younger me, I used to love that. But me now, that shit is annoying. You know, I love late night calls. Like we could be on the phone like late at night, but we could probably fall asleep if I feel like falling asleep on the phone. To me at that time, he was showing me some affection. So, you know, time goes by, and he's like willing to see me. The area I lived in then, I had lived in like the heart of downtown Birmingham. He didn't live too far away from me. Like he was like, okay, I want to see you. But every time we try to see each other, like he was just like not text. Like I'm just like, nigga, wait. How you gonna text me you wanna see me then when it's the day of to see me, you just go. It's like, nigga, that doesn't even make no sense. like, it would bother me, but it wouldn't make me to the point where it's just like, ugh, like, I can't do this. Like, ew. Time goes by, We're gonna fast forward to this to March 13th. March 13th, I believe, it's March 13th or March 14th when Corona hit. Everybody in the US, like, we had no school, no nothing. So, me and him, we was on the phone. Before we even got out of school, like, I remember that day of school, like, it was yesterday. Like, my teacher was going, like, nobody. I was at this hood school, and I'm gonna have some stories about that school too, because that school was so goddamn ratchet. Like, that shit was just so ghetto. I just couldn't do it. Like, it was just so ratchet. Like, oh, I just couldn't stand that school, like, at all. Like, this school was just so motherfucking ghetto. Like, it was so fucking ghetto to the point where I just couldn't do it no more. And I did from that school when I went in, because I went to that school as junior. But I had a different school when I had to go in my senior year, because I did not want to graduate from the school. And plus, their colors was ugly. Ugly. Point blank. Period. Me and Darren was on the phone. And we were just like, we were just FaceTiming each other the whole day, because, like, literally, the teachers there, they didn't give a shit about what you did. Like, literally, you could literally walk around the whole school and, like, they wouldn't give a fuck, because they just know that the kids there just didn't listen, and they just didn't give a fuck about what they had to say. So I would literally just, like, not go to class. So I was one day, I was just in the theater, and I was just, like, on the phone. Like, that's all I did. Like, I was just on the phone or whatever. And we was talking. He was like, oh my gosh, you heard about the virus? I'm like, yeah. He was like, my school, we gotta get out, like, early. I'm like, okay. Like, okay, cool. So I get out of school. We didn't go, you know, at the time, we thought we was gonna go back to school, like, 2 weeks later. But, bitch, we didn't go to school for, like, the rest of the year, which was so good, because I'm glad that, even though it happened, I hate the way how everything went down. But I'm glad I was able to get out of that school. Like, I just couldn't do it anymore. Like, that school just made me so depressed. Like, I just couldn't. I just fucking hated that school. I just fucking hated it so much. Time goes on. And I'm just peeping little red flags about Darren. Like, you never want to FaceTime. I had brought up to him. I'm like, you never want to FaceTime. He's just like, I'm not a FaceTime person. I'm like, okay, cool. And the way he texted, another red flag is the way he texted, it was, like, so weird. Like, I'll ask, like, the most straightforward question. Like, I'd be like this.
Like, what you gonna do today?
And then he'd be like, huh? I'm like, can you comprehend text message? Is you illiterate in text message? Like, can you read a text message? I literally just asked you something straightforward and you cannot understand what I said. Ew. So, one day, me and him was on the phone. And he just told me something that, like, shocked me, y'all. Like, it just shocked me. Mind you, this is like the first, even though this is my first DL boy I ever talked to, this is like the first boy, like, I ever talked to. So he was like, I got something to tell you. I was like, what? He was like, I got a baby. I'm like, since when? He was like, my baby mama, she gave birth to my baby a couple months ago. So you telling me you got a whole child?
Excuse me,
I was like so taken. When he told me that he had a baby, I was like so taken back, because I'm just like, I was like shocked. Like, he seemed like a really cool person. Like, I just continued to talk to him. Like, he said he had no dealings with his baby mama or nothing. So that's why I, like, continued to talk to him. After he told me he had a baby, I was like shocked, and I continued to talk to him, even though I should have let that shit go right then and there. So one day I had asked him, I was like, so, like, what are we? He was like, boyfriend, we're together, like, we are a couple. Now, at the time, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm a little boyfriend, like, I'm a little boyfriend. I don't claim it as a boyfriend now, because, like, that shit was just short. Like, that shit was even, bitch, we was only together for, like, 2 months. And you tell me, like, we already together, like, that shit, now, that shit, I'm like, ugh, nigga, get the fuck out of my face. Like, you, like, you tell me we together already, like, this too fast. Like, me personally, when somebody moves too fast, I don't like that. He was like, yeah, we, like, together. I'm like, okay. And at the time, I'm like, oh, I was a little cheating. I'm like, oh, I got me a little boyfriend. I got me a little boyfriend. So, bitch, not even a week later, bitch, we ended up breaking up. Oh. Bitch, let me explain. I had noticed something was off with Darren. I noticed something was off with Darren at the time. I just noticed, like, some things he would say, it was, like, be weird. Like, I know, like, the way he started texting after we had that conversation that he was like my boyfriend, things changed. It wasn't the same after that. He posted yellow. posted yellow. Now, you know, on yellow, it'll be a question in yellow, then people could just ask, you know, flirty shit, dumb all that, just act crazy stuff. That's what folks use. That just say the most crazy shit in yellow. So this one person was like, I'm horny, like, come fuck me right now. Darren is gonna say, shit, when? Bitch, once a nigga do that now, we dead. Like, I'm not finna like entertain that. Me then, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how you gonna disrespect me like that? He's like, I'm just playing, like, it's just a joke. I'm like, that is embarrassing. Like, that is so disrespectful to me. Like, you know, you got a whole little boyfriend, and you gonna tell them to pull up. I was like, I just couldn't do this no more. I just couldn't do it. So I had to cut things off with him because I just noticed that he was just like a little cheating ass hoe. Like, and mind you, a month later, this boy that I was like cool with told me that they was talking during the time that me and him was quote unquote together.
Make sense, Lord. Make it make sense, Lord.
Like, this why I don't do DLs, because DLs don't know what they want. Now, I know there's some DL boys out there that's like, they want to come out and it's hard for them to come out. I understand, I completely understand. But then you have those DL boys that they just on the low so they can just freak on the low. I just hate them nasty DL boys. Like, them right there them are the most disgusting DL boys. And them be the ones that can give you something. To my girls out there, them boys right there will give you something. After when one of my friends told me that they was talking to this boy, I wasn't mad at my friend because it's just like, if you're actually with somebody, you need to blame the person that stepped out your relationship with another person, not blame the person that came outside of your relationship to him. Like, no, like, y'all need to let that shit go. Later on, I found some way finer niggas than him, and I was like, And then my friend told me that they had fucked. Bitch, I'm like, this nigga going in your pussy while we together. He deep in your pussy while he... Please, like, I was so shocked. I was so shocked, y'all. I blocked him after that because I'm just like, nigga, you weird. You weird. So I blocked him and we haven't spoken since then. After that whole fiasco, me and him don't talk no more. Me and him, we stopped talking. Like, after that, after 2 months of us being in a relationship, I don't claim it as a relationship because that's too short. You wasting my time, you don't get none of my time. Once you waste my time, you're not getting no more of my time. But that's it for this story time. So if y'all like this video, the story time, I know the story time was a little all over the place. I'm not even gonna lie, like, it was all over the place because I can barely like understand what I was saying. But if y'all like the video, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.